Hey y'all, it's your boy Glenn back at you again, working and preparing to bring to you all the God Exists radio show. Hey, let me read you all a few scriptures and then I'm gonna dive into something that I think is gonna be so relevant and so intriguing in our thoughts that it's gonna help to our minds to renew. So I'm in John. I'm gonna read verses 27, 28, and 29. Then I'm gonna skip down to verse 36. John 6, verse 27. Do not work for the food that perishes, but for the food that endures to eternal life, which the Son of Man will give you to you, for on him God the Father has set his seal. Verse 28. Then they said to him, what must we do to be doing, let me read that again. Then they said to him, what must we do to be doing the works of God? Verse 29. Jesus answered them, this is the work of God, that you believe in him who he has sent. I'm going to go down to verse 36, then we're going to get on into this. Verse 36. But I said to you that you have seen me and yet do not believe. Oh man. This when me and Bree was discussing this hit me so hard. Because I began to understand, reflect back over my life. How many times I saw God, but I did not believe him. How many times has God shown you him, but you did not believe him? See, he's talking to these people that he had just got through feeding, these 5,000 men and up to 15,000 altogether. The 2 loaves of bread and the 5 loaves of bread and the 2 fish chicken again. 2 fish. He's talking to them and saying, look, y'all seen me, but you still don't believe me. But look, let's go back to verse 28 and 26, 27. He said to them, this is the work of the Lord. Verse 29 said, Jesus answered them, this is the work of God, that you believe in him whom he sent. So I was like, Lord, I went through these texts in the original language to look at it, y'all, so I can go ahead and tell you this right here. See, what I learned is that belief and faith are 2 different things. What? Yeah, belief means, see, the word belief is pronounced differently. It's pygos, but the word faith is pronounced pistos. Belief only says God will bring me to a place where I can get faith, because faith cometh by the hearing. See, belief is that, but faith is more about trusting God, because belief is saying, well, if I got to work on it. Because I got to get to the place of knowing that when I hear God, I can trust him. You can believe somebody but not trust him. You can think, well, God can do this. You can believe God can do something, but you won't trust him that he's going to do it. Just because we know God don't mean we trust him. Just because we know God don't mean we believe him. This is the things that God has helped me to understand walking throughout my life. Just because I knew him, the things he showed me don't mean I believe him. Don't mean I trust him. And why did he say work? Because I look in this text, he said, Jesus answered them, this is verse 29, this is the work of God, that you believe in him whom he sent. And I was like, Lord, let me look at this thing in original language. See, the work, why is it a work to believe? Because you got to work, and you know about it, it talks about how working hard, getting up and putting some energy into it, putting some time into it, putting you into it. It's because your mentality says it's not. So you got to work against the environment that's in your head, in your emotions. There's a work that's involved in believing God. There's a work. And I realized all my life, all the miracles and signs and wonders that God showed me, I never went back. See, God shows us him. But the work is when we try to bring ourselves back to him, getting close to him. God's close to us. And you wake up in his mercy every morning. You wake up in his grace. You sleep in his love. But but our work is how we got to deal with our mentality. That's the reason why we're transformed by the renewing of the mind. I can't go really deep in it, although me and Bree studied this thing really deeper. But I'm just letting you know that there's a work involved in believing God. There's a work involved in getting to the place of receiving him and understanding and having faith. Because when you start working, God will place it, and you working and you get to the place where you're getting faith because of how you heard him. Now he places in you the substance of the things hoped for. Now he places in you the evidence of the things unseen. But it's a work involved. So I'm saying this to you because I had to learn. I'm learning myself, y'all, that hey, when God shows you Him, Jesus said, Jesus, look at verse. Let me show you that verse 36 again. He said, "But I said to you, you have seen me, yet you do not believe." When God shows you Him, now you gotta. Now, when God shows you Him, He's showing you in the work that has to go on is you got to deal with it in your mind. You got to deal with it in your mentality. You got to deal with it in your emotions. Is this God? Because He's gonna show you something that's beyond what you see in the environment, what you grow up around. And He said, now work to believe me and work. Hear my word. How you hear me is going to be measured to you in faith. Faith is going to come in. The substance of things hoped for is going to come in. The evidence of things that are not seen are going to come in. But you got to work. And remember, believing. Oh, I saw, yeah, I'm there. I know there's a God. Yeah, huh? Yeah, but having faith in what He said are two different things. Okay? Got it? Go to work.